So what do you do when you've gone to the last 4 matches and you haven't seen the team you've just bought win a game? You call for Grandpa. Welcome to Chelsea 2, Watford 1.
Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
So, Todd Boehly has finally seen Chelsea win a game of football. And this is because he had Grandpa by his side today. Hansberg Weiss was at his first football Chelsea game, and he got a 100% win record. So, come on, let's wheel out Grandpa for all of next season. So hopefully he can bring us the good luck that we need when we to see us win games. This summed up our season, actually, this match against Watford. It was a nothing match, but one thing I would say is that I was kind of disappointed with the team selection because I'd have liked to see some of the youth outfit, even on the bench, just to get a little run out towards the end of the season. Because we had nothing to play for, unless Tottenham won 15-20-0. Well, close. They've got 5, I think it was, against, was it 5, Elijah? They scored? Elijah? Was it 5 that Tottenham scored? 5-0? Yeah, they got 5 against Norwich. But yeah, but still, that wasn't enough. They needed to win something like 18-0 or something like that for them to overhaul us into third place. So with it being a bit of a dead rubber, I'd have liked to have seen a couple of our youngsters on the bench and just giving a little run out towards the end. But hey ho. So yeah, first half we. Again, before we started brightly, we passed the ball around a lot quicker than we normally we've done it of late. And Kennedy was looking quite sharp, actually. And we were thinking, okay, it's only Watford, but why didn't we play him a few more games this season? Because, I know Alonso comes up with some clutch goals here and there, but he was a lot more dynamic in that first 20-minute spell. And it was his great cross, that led to the opening goal, which nice, easy tap in for Kai Havertz, who had missed an easy chance before that. But in the second half, again, it was a case of Chelsea, all season, that thing where we capitalise, dominate possession, but don't kill the game off. And it was like, here we go again. Watford equalises in the 87th minute, or was it 85th minute or something? And we're thinking, oh boy, that's the thing, and our home record is shocking. I thought, this just sums us up at home this season. But Reece James, who's been one of our bright sparks this season, one of our most creative players, goals and assists. He came up with another assist, great cross. Ross Barkley, he nearly mocked it up as well. Right in front of goal, headed the ball. Goalkeeper got a hand to it, could have done better. But the header should have been better because should have been further away from the goalkeeper. He gave the goalkeeper a chance. Goalkeeper pushed it more into the net rather than away from goal. So job done. 2-1 Chelsea. And I'm glad this season's over because it's been an injury hit season this year. And I've seen it. I was watching the Man City game as well as the Chelsea game. I was watching Chelsea on my tablet, Man City on the TV, and for a while, Man City looked vulnerable on the counter, and that's because they've lost a couple of their defenders. So it's a case of what might have been if they had missed those, Kyle Walker and Diaz for a large chunk of the season. And I think they'd have conceded a lot more, been a bit more vulnerable on the counter. That's what I said. We haven't done well this season in attacking areas, but the fact that we've missed a couple of our fullbacks for the majority of the season, I think that played a key role in us not getting closer to Manchester City and Liverpool, even competing for the title. Those two they've had a few injuries, but relatively they haven't had long-term injuries to any of their key players, and I think that's really, really important to note. But having said that, we need to overhaul of our side. And it was interesting watching the Chelsea game and the Manchester City game at the same time, because there's a few things I observed. When we're in possession, our players are just static. They do not move around. We don't create overloads. We don't give passing options. There's no one running in behind, and I think it's a case of trying to keep this shape and thinking about what we're going to do if we lose the ball. We need to take more risks, and it's we just stay static. All the players are just staying, and it's easy to mark. It's easy to defend against. Looking at Manchester City, even they were probing, they weren't getting, they got no joy, and Aston Villa played with a stubborn low block. They got the goal of 1-0, then they went 2-0 up Aston Villa. But Manchester City didn't panic. They still kept coming and probing. And what I noticed, they got players who are willing to dribble past their players. We don't do that often enough. So even if the fullbacks or whoever it was would try to commit to Aston Villa players. And they came up with some big goals because they were always moving, trying to drag the Aston Villa defenders around a bit, moving into space, quick passes around the box, no ponderous things, and a variation in their play. Sometimes it went wide, sometimes they played through the middle. With us, we hardly ever play through the middle. It's always wide, cross, and that's all both our goals came from that today. But, we need to have a bit more variation when it comes to the attacking play. And the heads didn't drop, so that's a mentality thing for Man City. This was a big game for them. The title 2-0. Would our players have come back from 2-0 if we were in that position? I don't think we did. I don't think we've got the right mentality. But they kept going till the end. And another thing, Rodri, who scored their second goal, he's a DM who can shoot. So he's scored quite a few goals this season from outside the box. That's how the second goal came, from outside the box. There's a couple of occasions as well where I saw Rodri, rather than being on the halfway line, he was on the edge of the penalty box a lot. So no risk, no reward. So with us, we just, as I said, our number sixes, they don't push on beyond that, the other players, and they're always, behind the ball. They've not got the athleticism. Kante, yeah, but Jorginho hasn't got the athleticism to come back in transition. So that's the sort of things we need to improve upon next season. Take more risks in the final third. Buy a proper DM like what Rodri is. A proper DM who can dictate the play, who can score goals. Rodri scored 8 goals this season, I think. So you can shoot. A guy who knows how to shoot with accuracy from long range. Take Rodri out of that side as well. Then they're a different team altogether. So that's how important a DM is, in a side, and we just don't have a natural pure DM who can dictate the play from the back. Okay, Jorginho, some people say, but circulating the ball up and down, but he's coming with those killer passes, with those. I'm not knocking. Those people may think I'm knocking, but I'm just talking facts. Can he? Has he ever had a long range shot? Apart from penalties, what does he do shooting rate wise? Even Cover. That's the one thing. I know Cover's been brilliant for us this season, but I've always said we need him to score more goals. He scored that cracking goal against Liverpool, but he's not consistent enough when it comes from shooting from distance or the assists. The assists and goals from those positions as well. So Man City have options. We need to get options. And we shouldn't be having to rely on our front players all the time. And even so, our front players haven't been firing. So goals have to come from other avenues. A lot came from defence early on in the season, but we can't keep relying on our defenders to bail us out all the time, because their job is to defend first and foremost. So again, the numbers, the pivot areas have let us down once again with goals and assists, and protecting the back line. They haven't done a great job of it this season. They did last season. Okay, I put it down to a bit of fatigue as well, but it's we just need to be better squad depth for next season as well. Boubacar Kamara, I heard that he's joining Villa. He's agreed to join Villa he's a free transfer. This guy is a sitting midfielder on a free. That's someone we should be going for. If we can't put all our eggs in the Tchouaméni basket, because with Mbappe now going to Real Madrid, to staying at PSG and not going to Real Madrid. Real Madrid have got that money now, maybe to splash out on a Tchouaméni type player. Declan Rice has already said that he won't be. West Ham has said he's not leaving, and so Boubacar Kamara, Kamara, he was the next in the line, and we'll see how he gets on in the Premier League. He may come and be a flop, I don't know, but I just think he's a decent DM, somebody that we, and because he's a free as well, his wages won't be that much. We wouldn't be taking much of a punt on him, even if it was just for a season until Declan Rice became available or something like that. But that's the sort of forward thinking we need. I know our hands are tied behind our backs at the moment because of the sanctions, but I'm sure that if we had done the groundwork earlier on in the season, he may have waited, because hopefully we're going to hear an announcement in the next day or two about the takeover, and we'll be able to then start to buy players. So I'm just hoping that we've drawn up a list of decent players, and to highlight the positions that are we need badly, the certain positions that need to be filled, because we won't be competing if we stick with this personnel. But today we said goodbye to Saul. He again played. He was okay. That's all right, but he wasn't anything special. And the fact is, this was his 4th start, I think, of the season. We've got this guy on loan on 200,000 a week. He's only had 4 or 5 starts this season, so he didn't give us a lot for squad depth, which was, I found that quite annoying when we could have got Tchouaméni last season instead. It's just things like that we need to be better at and smarter at for the season, the next season. So guys, that is it. I'll be doing a season review. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing 2 actually. One of them I'm going to be looking at my predictions, which I made at the beginning of the season, and seeing how well I did on that. And I'm going to be looking at Chelsea's games over the season, and just give you my take on the matches against our opposition, and how well I think or not so well we did. So we finished third. That's where we're at the moment. The other 2, Arsenal. Did I say Arsenal? The other 2, Man City and Liverpool, are a bit ahead of us, and they've had a better injury, better luck with injuries than we have this season. But we deserve third. That's because we were probably the 3rd best in the country. So we move, and hopefully we move and improve. We don't even move and stay static. So stick your comments in the section below of today's game and what you thought about our overall season. Do you think it was a successful season? We did get 2 cups. That we won 1 trophy that we've never won before, the World Club Cup, and we've won the Super Cup as well. So what do you think? How would you rate our season out of 10? Stick it in the section below. Until the next one, guys, I'll see you guys. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on all post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video. Take care. Bye-bye.